the Junior Board of Directors is proud to support Faribault Community Television.
Hi, welcome to this month's edition of the FCTV News. We are here at Fairboy Hardware to show you some of the things that we have ready for winter. Right now we're standing by the bird selection. We've got all sorts of bird feeders, bird seeds, everything you need to help keep your birds happy during the winter because they'll get hungry pretty soon with the snow.
It's Molly with Riverbend Nature Center. We have a lot of really fun programs coming up in November. On November 1st, we have a Pay What You Can Schools Out Adventure Day, where your student in kindergarten through 5th grade can come on out and enjoy the day with a naturalist. On November 4th, we have Adult Night Out Hike and S'mores, where you can come on out with a friend and enjoy a naturalist-led hike in the evening, followed by some s'mores around the campfire. On November 6th, we have a pop-up Little Sprouts. That's a parent-child class where you can come with your child birth through age 5 and enjoy a day of fall activities. We also have Bagels and Birds on November 6th. That's a free activity for everyone to come on in and enjoy some free bagels provided by the Inn at Shattuck and to birdwatch from our Windows on the Wild viewing area. We have another Little Sprouts program, this time all about birds of a feather. So come on out and learn all about birds with your little one. That program is $10 per parent-child pair or $5 if you're a member. On November 17th, we have a Lunch and Learn program. And this Lunch and Learn is really exciting because it is the Faribault High School Field Biology Internship class that holds class out at Riverbend, and they'll be presenting on their projects that they've done so far this year and what they've learned. So make sure to check that out. That's $5 per person if you're a member, $10 if you're not a member. On Friday, November 19th is Science Day, which is perfect for homeschoolers and distance learners. Come on out and learn about Minnesota history in the morning. And then if you want, you can bring your lunch, eat lunch, and enjoy your afternoon program, which is nature art. So you can come and learn about different art techniques with nature as your inspiration. Then on November 23rd, come on out for another Little Sprouts program, this time all about rocks. And then finally on Wednesday, November 24th, we have another Pay What You Can Adventure Day. Send your kids on out for some fun time outside, learning about nature and playing while you prep for your long weekend. We hope you enjoy all of the programs at Riverbend and come out to enjoy the trails.
Hello, I'm Paul Panoski, Parks and Recreation Director for the Faribault Parks and Recreation Department. A couple of updates we have going on this month. We are starting to prepare ourselves for the Adopt a Tree program. This is the Christmas tree program that was run at Central Park last year. We are looking for different businesses and individuals to donate trees. We will put those trees down at Central Park from November 29th through December 9th. At the end of that time, we work with St. Vincent de Paul, and all of those trees are then donated. So, if you're interested in providing a tree, last year we had approximately 20 to 25 trees. We're anticipating probably in the range of 40 plus trees this year. So we are working to get plenty of power down there so we can light those trees up, and they will be in the park for that entire 2-week stretch, and then we will donate the trees out. Also a reminder of a number of our different programs we've got. The open skate at the ice arena is up and running again here now, so we're available on Saturday afternoons and Sunday evenings. You can check the website for exact days. There are a few days that tournaments do overrun our open skate, but other than that, we'll be open on the Saturday afternoons and Sunday evenings. For adults, we have a number of mind and body classes coming up. Yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi classes. We have our group fitness classes and our water fitness program going. Plus, we do have our fitness room that's available whenever we're open from 5:30 a.m. until 8 p.m. every day. Also looking, we have some ballroom dance classes coming up here beginning in the first full week of November, and they'll run through the month of November here. So if you're learning different types of ballroom classes, come sign up for those as well too. And as a reminder, we've always got our swimming lesson programs and our open swim on the weekends here at the community center. So come see what we've got to offer and come and enjoy yourselves.
Hi, I'm Dr. Corey Miller from Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that I see almost every day in clinic, as well as that I do surgery for, and the topic is glaucoma. You may have heard of that. It's a very common disease or condition, and oftentimes it can be misunderstood or not fully understood. So what glaucoma is a condition where you have basically damage to your optic nerve is ultimately what it is. That damage can come from a number of things, but the most common is higher eye pressure. So when the eye pressure is too high for your eye, it can cause damage to the optic nerve, which eventually over time can lead to vision loss. And it tends to be vision loss that people don't notice until it's very severe. So it causes more peripheral vision loss, and over time, if not treated or it's progressing, it can kind of keep shrinking in, and you can lose all of your vision. So the mainstays of glaucoma treatment include lowering your eye pressure. That can either be done through drops, it can be done through laser, or sometimes even surgery. And so here at Ritchie Eye Clinic, we employ all of those to try and help people with their glaucoma. What we do when somebody who is at risk for glaucoma, we run them through a number of different tests and take a look at their eyes to see if they have glaucoma or how advanced the glaucoma is. Glaucoma tends to be a disease where there's a number of different factors that are involved. So people with a family history of glaucoma are at a little higher risk of having it. So particularly if you have a sibling or a parent that has glaucoma, you're at a little higher risk for it. There's other things like if your eye pressure is higher than normal, and that kind of leads me into what is a normal eye pressure. It can vary, and so I tell everybody one person's eye pressure, it can be perfectly normal for them, and for someone else that eye pressure may be too high for their eye. So it's kind of a moving target. But if we had to put numbers, and sometimes we do, normal is anything 21 or less, and that can vary a lot. And so when we start seeing higher eye pressure, we get a little more concerned that maybe somebody is developing glaucoma. There's a number of different other factors that we look at, and so if you were going to be tested for glaucoma, we look at your peripheral vision, we look at your nerve, we check your eye pressure, and we look at and put all of those together to then determine if we think you actually have glaucoma or not. Most of the time glaucoma can be treated, and people do not lose significant vision and do not become blind from it. However, if untreated, that can happen. So that's why we try to catch it early and prevent it. So here at Ritchie Eye Clinic, we tend to start with the more simple things first. For some people, that's either doing a drop that helps lower their eye pressure, or for others who have problems with drops, or a drop is just not good for them, we also offer a laser, and that laser procedure is called SLT, or selective laser trabeculoplasty. And what that does is we make some laser marks in the angle where the fluid of the eye drains. So essentially we're trying to help the eye drain fluid better to lower the eye pressure. And that can be very helpful for some people, either keep them from having to start a drop or keep them from adding a new drop. And we offer that here. Now, another thing that Dr. Ritchie and I both do is something called minimally invasive glaucoma surgery. And that is something that is done at the time of cataract surgery. So for people with glaucoma, sometimes we can do a stent. After we take the cataract out, put the new lens in, we put a little stent in where the fluid of the eye drains. And that stent can help lower the eye pressure, and again help people from either adding more drops, or maybe some people we can even take off drops because of those stents. Dr. Ritchie and I both do slightly different stents. He does a stent that's called Hydrus, and I do one that's called iStent. Both of them work very well, and they're just two different techniques of doing kind of under the same category of minimally invasive glaucoma surgery. So if you are concerned that you're maybe at risk for having glaucoma, or that you are worried you might have glaucoma, or you do already have glaucoma, we are certainly a place that is comfortable taking care of that, and we'll do our best to help you with that condition. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jessica, the pharmacy manager at Hy-Vee in Faribault. Today I'm going to talk about cold and flu season. It's November and cold and flus are kicking in for everyone. So I wanted to talk about the different medication options that you have. Obviously the first line of defense for the flu is to get your flu shot, and we offer those at Hy-Vee. You can walk in anytime and get your flu shot, and we offer a 20-cent fuel saver with that. So come in, get your free flu shot, get protected for the flu. But if you do come down with a cold or flu, stop by the pharmacy or give us a call to ask before you take any of the over-the-counter medications. There's many products. Some of them are labeled cold, some of them are labeled flu, some of them are labeled cold and flu, some are for high blood pressure, people with high blood pressure, and it can get very confusing to walk down that aisle and know what to pick. What I suggest is picking items to cover the symptoms that you have. So talk to one of us pharmacists, tell us what you have going on, and we'll be able to let you know which medications are safe for you. A lot of these products like this have a list of many ingredients. Some of them you may not need and actually might interact with some of the medications that you're on. So before you pick one of these combination products, it would be best to talk to your pharmacist, and we can help you pick the right thing for you to stay healthy this holiday season.
Hi, we're still at Ace Hardware by the Yeti selection right now. We've got all sorts of different sizes of Yetis, of coolers, lunch bags, carry-ons. They have come up with a few different colors, so we've got those here, and all sorts of different sizes of drinking cups, mugs, insulated cans, chugs, everything. So if you're looking for a good gift for somebody or just something to keep your drink warm or cold, come on into Ace.
Okay, that was good.
Here we are by our spice rack section in our grilling area. We have a fairly extensive selection of spices and rubs and barbecue sauces that you can use for just about anything you are cooking or grilling or smoking on your Weber or your Big Green Egg or your Traeger. We've got all the different models of grills in. We've got all the accessories for the grills. So come on in at Ace and check out what we have.
Hello Faribault, Nort Johnson here with your Chamber of Commerce. Got a lot to talk about. We had our gala, our annual membership gathering and celebration earlier in October. Special guests at the gala this year. Dr. Annette Parker and Superintendent Todd Sesker shared with this group of several hundred people the rollout of an advanced trades program for Faribault Public Schools and South Central College. The long and short of it, and I loved saying this in front of our manufacturing industry at our event, shop class is back in Fairboult, better than it's ever been. We had a 7th period day added in the school 2 years ago. We've talked about the outcomes in health sciences, where right now a 9th or 10th grade student can get started on a pathway toward their CNA degree, phlebotomy, health unit coordinator, LPN, RN, all of these degrees that they're able to obtain and certificates. And 36 college credits can be earned at no cost to that student's family right in Faribault High School. So let that sink in for a moment and understand that as we speak, I guess as I'm speaking to you, the same pathways are being put in mechanical, engineering, and construction. So these trades classes, these meaningful shop classes, will carry with them credentials that will be recognized around industries and around the states. In the same way, I should mention, by the way, those 36 credits that Faribault kids can now get in Faribault High School, they're transferable to any minuscule college in Minnesota. They can go straight from Faribault High School to Mankato State, carrying up to 36 college credits with them. They can also, obviously, and we love this, go right across the parking lot to South Central College in Faribault, take 1 semester, graduate, and be an LPN. So these are so meaningful and so important at this time. There are hundreds of open jobs in Faribault in these fields. They're good paying jobs, good benefits. You can get into those positions without carrying a load of college debt, and it's very meaningful for our community, for the kids, for our employers, and for our economy. So we're excited. And again, these same pathways are being developed: mechanical, engineering, and construction trades. So students can come out of school credentialed and ready to finish up degrees and or go right into the workforce. Super proud of South Central College and Faribault Public Schools for all the hard work that's been done on that. Congratulate them whenever you see them. A couple of other items. We have hometown hero banners. Now these are being done in the historic district. We're starting out on Highway 60. I'm going to give Troy an image that he'll load up on the screen. The quick image is right here. So these hometown hero banners, talk to Virginia Van Sluis or talk to myself here at the Chamber of Commerce to find out how to get your loved one into the Hometown Heroes banner rotation. And these are for current and former military. They're awesome. We've got over 30 banners that will be going up this month on the Highway 60 4th Street corridor in Faribault. It's meaningful. I'm tearing up just a little bit. This is a really good program. We're very, very proud of it. And thank you for all the work that the team has put in on this. So also coming up December 6th, Winterfest. The lighted parade is back in the downtown. We had to skip last year, so everybody that wants to get into this parade for your business, or you can do a family float, give us a shout here at the Chamber. Anybody can sign you up. Whoever answers the phone, just say, I want to be in the Winterfest parade. There's a small fee. You know what? The small fee will be $25 this year, so hopefully I didn't get that wrong. But if you call and want the $25 rate, you can get your business float or your family float into that parade. So that's probably spoke a lot longer than I was supposed to, but incredibly good news again for Faribault with those trades programs and the great work that's being done by our outstanding education institutions. I'm telling you, they're doing top-notch work for Faribault. Winterfest Parade And that's what I'm going to share this week. Troy, thanks a bunch. Faribault, thanks a bunch. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Welcome to the Rice County Historical Society. My name's Sue Garwood and I'm the Executive Director. And today we are out in Harveston Heritage Hall, and I thought I would share with you some of our newest signs. Now I know that we've done featured our sign collection in previous episodes, but as with all things, our exhibits and our collection changes as we add new. And we just thought we'd share some of those highlights with you. Looks like it's on or lit from in some way, but it's actually the fluorescent light in the case that's actually shining through the post office sign. At any rate, it's a really neat, I think a really creative way that our volunteers installed that sign. And then if you pan up, you can see a new sign, Master Farmer and Seed, of course, Farmer Seed and Nursery here in Faribault. Here you can see our new sign. It's actually a paper sign, which is why it looks like it's a little rough. That's from where it was originally stored at Farmer Seed and Nursery. It's actually in much better shape now than it was when it was there, but that's the thing that's neat about our collection, is that they are signs that were actually used. At any rate, it was a few months ago, I believe, that we actually did a program on our Farmer Seed and Nursery exhibit, and this was one of the artifacts that we got from that collection, but we hadn't installed it yet, so it's pretty cool. That famous or well-known red owl, for those of us that remember the Red Owl grocery store, is there on the wall. It's really substantial. I mean, and that's a big sign. But not all of our signs are big. In fact, right next to it are a couple of new signs. We've got modern printers. They're no longer in operation. That particular sign was actually donated by John Carlander, which is kind of fun. And then Ostrom Realtor right next to them. One of the things I like about those signs is all three of them are unique shapes. They're not square. They are like Ostrom with the cutout around the man. And it's got a metal frame that makes it square. But the sign itself is so interesting. And again, MP for modern printers out of that. And of course, the red owl in the shape of the owl's face. This is another sign of unusual shape. This one was from the Sanitary Bakery, also known as Snyder's Bakery here in town, and was donated by Bill Helling. It's so very unique, and I'm so excited that we were able to share it with everybody. And then of course right next to it are a couple of signs that we've gotten, again, somewhat recently, I think certainly since we last shared photos of signs with you all, Voss Flooring and Grandia's Gifts and Crafts signs. You get a chance to tour Harveston Heritage Hall. Don't forget to not just look up, but also look down. Here's Crafty Maven sort of peeking between the ladder and some of the hose carts from the local fire department. Those of you who were watching us in previous months, I think it was June, saw some volunteers that were doing work, and they were working on installing this sign. It's kind of fun. It's 7-Up sign with then, of course, the business name in green below it. On this side, it's Cuther's Tavern, the gray shingle. The other side is the curve, and as you can see, it has been wired, so it actually lights up. So that's the sign that you saw volunteers putting together before it was installed. Artcraft Interiors, Builders Specialty Company, and Chuck Doobie Construction are all also new. Although we certainly continue to add signs, we also keep up some of those fabulous signs that we've gathered over the years. The Treasure Cave Blue Cheese sign is amazing. Again, a hand-painted sign of the logo there of the gentleman, and then all of the individual signs that were actually inside the blue cheese factory and indicating different rooms for each stage of making cheese. And then in the middle of that space, right in front of Treasure Cave Cheese, is Hatchfield and Brothers Builders, Poyer Pharmacy, and then of course Jim and Joe's. One of the things that is so eye-catching, of course, about Jim and Joe's is that it also includes a pair of giant Levi pants. And they are giant. I mean, you can certainly tell that they're big, but the inseam is like up to my shoulders, and I'm 5'8". So it's a really big pair of pants. They were apparently something that was common. Levi's would make these giant pairs of pants, and their sales stores could have them or had them, so you'd hang them up high and sort of advertise that here are a place for you to get Levi's. So it is a sign of sorts. VFW is one of 3 neon signs that we have here in our collection. As you could see before, many of them light up, but these are very specifically neon signs. This one, of course, came from the Faribault VFW, post 1562. Right next to it, or hanging perpendicular to it, is a liquor store sign. That one's not currently lit up, although it can. We just don't have it on for the purpose of, it shines a lot of light and that sort of thing. Anyway, right next to it is Belt's Office Supplies. That one's interesting. There were lights there. You can see the holes there. There would have been individual light bulbs that would have been screwed into the back there. That is not currently wired for electricity. And then, of course, the carpet carriage next to it, Fairboy Liquor Store below that, and then there's a green awning on the wall, Pants Walgreen Agency, and Pants is air conditioned, which of course was something that was pretty exciting in its time. The Pants Walgreen sign is probably going to be coming down sometime soon. It is cloth, and although it certainly has limited light exposure, it's best that cloth things rest. So it is time for that to come inside and rest for a while. So we'll be putting up a new sign there. Although today is mostly about signs, as long as I've mentioned it, I will say that one of the things that is a continual concern in all museums are things we call agents of deterioration, things that can cause artifacts to deteriorate. And light is the worst. Light damage to things causes fading. If you've ever kept anything on the dash of your car, you know that, especially a newspaper, will be brown within even just that day. And that's light damage. Now, things like an awning that was originally intended to be outside is of course going to be much more color fast. But light damage is accumulative. You can't undo light damage. And so because we work at the museum, we think in terms of centuries, we want to be sure that this is a sign that can come out again. So by resting it every few years, we just extend its lifespan, really. It's also important to note that this is, the reason this building's not open year-round is because there's no heat or air conditioning, unlike the sign. This building doesn't have it. And that fluctuation in temperature can also be hard on textiles in particular. But for that, because it's right in front of the window, our primary concern is light. So that's why that one's going to be resting for a while. Signs aren't only in our Harvest and Heritage Hall, they're also in the museum. In fact, right above me is a brand new sign hung again this summer. This sign was donated by Dave Carell of Brushworks, and not only donated, in fact, Dave actually made this sign. Of course, that's what he did, but it's, again, more than just made. In fact, these leaves that are right over my shoulder were actually hand carved. It was, of course, a sign made for the Chamber of Commerce. For reasons I haven't heard, they never actually ended up using it. It was intended to be outside. They went in another direction, and so we were lucky enough, and this sign was available, and he kindly donated it to us. When we were out in Harvest and Heritage Hall, you may have noticed that we were actually just in the heritage side, the side with businesses. There are very few harvest signs, a few signs, and we'll show those to you at a later date. But we're actually seeking signs that are farm related. Could be from a co-op or from an implement dealer or something like that. If you know of any signs, we sure would be delighted to learn about that. You can come see our signs or make a donation of a sign by giving us a call at 507-332-2121. You can stop by and see us at the Historical Society. We're on the east end of the Rice County Fairgrounds at 1814 Northwest 2nd Avenue. You can also find us on the web at www.rchistory.org. Rice County Historical Society, preserving the past for future generations.
Hey everyone, it's me, Miss Denny, your favorite children's librarian. Thanks for joining me. I am here to tell you about everything happening at your library in November. So let's jump right in and take a look. We will be continuing our 5-minute bedtime stories. Those take place on the library's Facebook page and our YouTube page simultaneously every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. You can join me for a really quick bedtime story. And if you miss it live, no worries. You can watch them at any time. You can go back and watch all the previous ones as well. You can find those playlists again on our Facebook page or our YouTube page. Just search for Buckham Memorial Library. And then if you want a more interactive story time with me, you can join me on Zoom every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Story time on Zoom is really fun. We've got a great group and we'd love to have you join us. And all you need to do is send me an email or give me a call or send me a message on Facebook even, and I will make sure that you get the Zoom link. And then in November, we are really excited to share with you that we're going to have 2 story concerts presented by Kevin Strauss. We all love Kevin Strauss. He's amazing, wonderful author and storyteller. And so Kevin will be sharing 2 different story concerts for youth online. You do need to register for those. They're 2 different events. So you can sign up for those on Wednesday, November 17 at 10 a.m. and Tuesday, November 23rd at 6 p.m. Just go to his website, which is naturestory.com, and then you'll get the Zoom link. Now, no worries, again, if you can't join live for those, that's totally okay. We will be recording and sharing those for later viewing as well. So we're really excited about that. Kevin Strauss is a fiscal year 2021 recipient of a Creative Support for Individuals grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board. And so these story concerts were made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board, thanks to legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. That's a long way of saying thank you to legacy funding. And so, we've been having those writers' workshops with Kevin as well, and I'll say more about the next one in just a little bit. And then our Teen Advisory Board is also meeting again in November on the 8th. That is a Monday at 4:30. So if you are a youth in grades 6 through 12 and you would like to join the Teen Advisory Board or TAB, you should get in touch with me. Send me an email, give me a call, stop in the library and chat, and I will talk to you more about what TAB is all about and how you can become a member. Our Dungeons and Dragons Club with Bob has been so popular that it is full. That is right. The Dungeons and Dragons Club is full, but if you are bummed and you really wanted to join it, please give us a call, send us an email, and Bob will put you on a waiting list. And then if a spot opens up, we will let you know. Well, we're so glad that the youth are enjoying this D&D club. And then our book clubs also require registration. There are 2 of them, Books and Brownies, which is for youth in grades 2 through 5, and Pizza and Pages, which is for youth in grades 6 through 12. So these clubs meet once per month during the school year. The Books and Brownies meeting for November will be on the 15th. It's a Monday from 4:30 to 5. And the assignment for that meeting is to read any book with an animal in it. So it can be a book about an animal. It can be a book that features an animal or has an animal as a character in the story even. It's totally up to you. And then if you don't want to read a book about an animal or with an animal, no worries. You can it's just an idea. You can come and talk about anything that you're reading instead. The important thing for both clubs is that I do need you to register so that I can make sure I'm well prepared for you and have enough brownies or pizza as it may be. And the Pizza and Pages Club will meet on Monday, the 22nd at 4:30. And we will be reading graphic novels for that meeting. So your assignment is just to read any graphic novel of your choice. And for both meetings, just come prepared to share about what you're reading and have a good time and make some new friends. The weekly read is taking place every Thursday afternoon on the library's YouTube page. You can join me for another installment of a juvenile fiction book. We are currently reading the classic, The Wind in the Willows by Kenneth Grahame for this edition. I would love to have you join me. It's every Thursday at 4, but again, if you can't catch it live, it's not a big deal because they're recorded and saved, and so you can watch them at any time that is convenient for you. Same thing for Fairy Tale Fridays. Every Friday, I'm sharing a classic fairy tale or folk tale on the library's Facebook and YouTube page. And you can check those out Fridays at 4 or whenever works for you because they are saved and shared for later. The Faribault Ukulele Network, or FUN as it's called, is led by Alan, our adult services librarian. And she leads a ukulele jam session every second and fourth Thursday of the month, except November, which is an odd month thanks to 2 holidays. So they'll be meeting on Thursday, November 18 at 6 o'clock. If you are an adult 16 or older and you have pretty extensive knowledge of how to play a ukulele, you know how to tune it, hold it, strum it, and can play at least 5 chords, and you feel comfortable playing with a group, you should contact Alan. You can give her a call here at the library or send her an email and she'll give you more information about joining FUN. And then Kevin Strauss is leading another writing workshop. We were very lucky in October to have him do one for creative writing. And now he's doing another one, this time about writing a memoir. So if you are a grown-up and you want to get some information about how to write a memoir, you'll want to sign up for this workshop with Kevin. Again, go to his website, which is naturestory.com, and sign up. The workshop takes place on 2 Saturdays in November, November 6th and November 20 from 10 to noon and from 2 to 4. So I hope you can join for that. And then finally, you can check out the library's website and Facebook page and Instagram page. Those are all great ways to stay connected with what's happening here at your library. And you can find some videos on our Facebook and YouTube page as well. I've mentioned already all of the weekly read and the Fairy Tale Fridays, but you can also find some gardening videos with Lisa, some tech videos from Bob, some make and take, or take and make rather, paper crafts with Linda, and some ukulele lessons from Alan as well. So you never know what you might find. You'll want to make sure that you have liked and followed us on all the social media platforms. All right, friends, thanks so much for joining me. Hope to see you at the library in November. Take care. Bye-bye.
First United Bank and the Junior Board of Directors is proud to support Faribault Community Television.
Well, that'll do it for this month's edition of the FCTV News. Fairboy Hardware is proud to support community television, and we hope to see you at ACE.